What's going on, Too Fresh fam? It is your boy Terrence from Too Fresh Fishing, and happy 2022. This will be actually my first video of the year. Finally got my new computer, so I'm able to do some editing, so got to get back out here and give you guys some content. Today I'm going to be trying out my new but old Bass Raider 8E that I purchased from Facebook Marketplace, and I'm actually taking it out for the first time today just to see how it does on the water and to see if I can get a couple of crappie and some bass while I'm out enjoying myself. So let me get everything good to go, and I'll see you guys on the water. Peace. I am finally in the water. Let you guys get an overview of how the boat looks. And I can honestly say that in comparison, the first thing that I've noticed to my 10E is that it's not as stable as the 10E is. It's definitely stable, but it doesn't have, even though I'm confident in it, it has a lot more rock in it than my 10E does. It's about 1.5 to 2 feet shorter, about the same width, because the seat rails for my 10E fit in this one, so it's about the same width. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't have, if you guys can see that, it doesn't have the support that I would think that the other one has, but I still like it. Like I said, I bought this used for $100 off of Facebook Marketplace about a month ago. It had a small hole here and another small hole on the outside, which was about probably a little bit bigger than a pinhole or a nail hole. So I sealed both of those up, got my 55 Endure that I had an extra one of, and I connected my battery in the back. The previous owner said they had never used the battery or a trolling motor on it at all, so I didn't know whether it worked or not, but thank goodness it did work, so I got that situated. Okay, so I'm standing up now, and I do feel pretty stable in it, so I'm not really worried about not being able to maintain. I'm gonna let you guys see how it is with the trolling motor as far as get up and go. Again, this is the Minn Kota 55 Endure C2, and getting pretty good speed out of it. Very windy day today, but I'm confident that I can get up and move in it. So I'm at 4 now. So here's me at 5. I'll just give you a side profile so you can see my speed. Handles nicely. Yeah, so I think I'm actually liking this. The reason I purchased this was, one, I couldn't beat it for the price, and two, the ability to have just a one-man craft versus my heavier 10E, which is, I think, in my opinion, is better for 2 people. This one loads up quicker. In my Ram, it doesn't take up a lot of space in the back. It doesn't even have an overhang in the back, which is what I like. A lot easier to strap it down, and it's comfortable for me to handle with having back issues and wrist issues. I did go in and I put, you can't see it here, but slide this out the way. I went in and installed a drain plug in it on this one, and I installed one on my other one. I saw the tutorial online, so big up to the gentleman who did the tutorials online for doing that. And it took me about 30 minutes on each one to do, and it came out nicely, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, with that being said, guys, I am super happy with my decision to go ahead and buy this boat. I'm going to do some painting on it, and I have some upgrades I need to do. I need to mount the oars on here some way on the side, probably the same way that I do on my I have them on my tinny. I also need to get replacements for the handles, in which it is super hard to find them. Now I'm gonna put a couple of GoPro mounts on either the front or the back so I can get a lot of different angles on my content, since I'm able to do a lot more editing now with my new computer. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and start fishing just to see if I can get some fish on, and hopefully have you guys along for that. So let me cut this off and I'll be back once I hook up. Just got the first one on the frog. Whew. Caught me off guard then, but he choked it. Get him flipped around. All right, I've been fishing for about an hour and a half. Hadn't got any bites. And finally, I decided to throw the frog. I've been throwing the swim bait, Strike King swim bait, and the Too Fresh speed worm. And I got one hit off the speed worm earlier, but didn't set the hook on it, or didn't get it. And I just got this one here, probably about 1.5 pounds, rounding it off. One thing I can say about the boat is it's very easy, even though I like the deep grooves in where the cup holders and tackle holder are. My poles slide, and I've already had 2 poles almost slide in the water since I've been out here, just with me moving around and the wind blowing. So I definitely know that I'm going to have to put some bungee straps on it to secure the poles down, and the wind really pushes this boat around. So I have an anchor with me, but just not using it right now. So let me get this fish back in the water, but just giving some info as I go along using the boat. But pretty much, I'm still satisfied. I'm really happy with the boat, the way it's working out so far. I just had a very solid blow up on the frog, and it came out of the water when it was trying to get it, and I missed it. Should have followed it up with a worm, which I'm still gonna do. That was a mondo. This speed worm out here, see if I can get a follow-up, guys. Definitely hit me solid. If this wind wasn't blowing like it was, I definitely would have had that fish on. But it took off, and I don't think I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna try. Dang, that was a nice hit. All right, we tried, guys. I'm gonna throw the frog over a few more times and see if I can entice it to hit again. All right, guys, this wind is getting kind of brutal out here. I have an anchor, but I don't think the anchor's gonna really do it today. Caught 1 fish and lost 2 very nice blow-ups on the frog because of the wind. So I think the testing the boat aspect of this video is awesome, but the catching the fish, it ain't really gonna happen today. So I'm gonna keep strolling around for a little bit, and once I'm ready to call it, I'm gonna call it, because it's also cool out here, and this is not my favorite weather to be in. At the boat. And it's a nice crappie that fell back in the water. Sucky. But we know the crappie out here, and it hit on the trap. So I'm gonna try to storm swim bait out, see if I can hook into a crappie on this bank line with it. I usually do very well at times out here on the rattle trap, the lipless, and the storms. Got one. Oh, it let it go. Tagged it nicely, Joe. I don't know if that was a bass or a crappie, but it definitely slammed it. See if I can slide it back by there again. Possibly get hit again. This wind has me pent down. I don't think I'm gonna be out here that much longer though. All right guys, I finally got another fish. I think this might be a bass. Hoping it's a crappie, because nope, that's a bass. Trying to keep it down so y'all can see it. Hooked up on the rattle trap. Keep it back here. All right, solid. Second bass I've caught today. Wind has been horrendous out here. I should have given up 2 hours ago, but I decided to just stick it out. Got to get this hook out of him because he's bleeding now. So I'll be back at y'all. Don't want this blood all over me. Got it safely back into the water. I was really hoping that was a crappie, because I did want to at least fully land one crappie today, but I'll take what I can get. All right, so overall guys, I can honestly say that I really do like this little boat. I had to get it lodged up in some of the weeds over here, whatever you call them, to fish on the other side because the wind was blowing so hard. So I decided just to let the trolling motor up and use my oars in order to maneuver or navigate in and out of them. So that worked out pretty good. I was still able to stand up in the boat and fish it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any more hits over there, but I was able to test the limits somewhat of the boat when it came to dealing with those areas. I don't think that I'll make this my primary boat when I'm going out. I just feel so much more comfortable on the 10E because of the stability overall. But this boat is definitely one that I can say I can depend on. And if I wanted to take myself and some other people out, I wouldn't have a problem letting this be the one that I'm on and allowing 2 people to get on my 10E, rather just to facilitate them being out as well.